Hello everyone, the Klaus here, and today guys I'm going to review a Megabloks Dragons Universe set released in 2010, and it's going to be in fact the biggest dragon or predator set released at this time, and it was Flarestorm, so the ultimate dragon, the king of the dragons or predators. Because yes, for those who do not know this story, Dragons Universe is a theme which takes place in a futuristic universe, obviously, and in which two sides are fighting each other. One side is called the Alliance and is composed, well, it's mostly humans, and the other side is dragons, also called predators. And that's all you need to know to understand how this set works. So here's the box, obviously the logo, Dragons Universe, Flarestorm himself in a nice 3D picture, then some close-up shot of some of the gimmicks, the fact that you're going to have a bonus CD-ROM included, but more important, the fact that most of the box in fact is covered by transparent plastic thingy, if I can say so, in which in fact when you bought this set you could see the dragons through the plastic glass, well, not really glass, but through this transparent plastic, this clear plastic part, and in fact you could even, as mentioned here, try the light up function of this dragon, because yes, this dragon costed like 20 euros, but it was bigger than the previous ones, and also it included some light up features, but of course we're going to see that in the review itself. Notice of course the set informations like the name, number of parts, edge, recommendation, and set number. For the rest, the other sides do not really show anything interesting, as you can see. Then on the back of the box you will have more close-up shots of different gimmicks and stuff like that. Another shot of Flarestorm himself, which is pretty cool, I have to admit. And then a picture showing you all the sets apart from Flarestorm of 2010. As you can see, the small-sized dragon, mid-sized ones, spaceships from the Alliance, speeders from the Alliance, all the stuffs together in one picture. Now time to move on to the instruction booklet, or more like the instruction paper sheet once again, because well, you just have to unfold this paper to first reveal the instructions, which are really quick because it's just 4 steps, but by the way there is just like 15 parts included, so obviously it's not going to take long to build this dragon. Then the other side is all about, well, the other part of this side, if I can say so, is all about the gimmicks. And then you have the parts list. If you have some broken parts or missing parts, or if you have lost some parts, you can order it for free on the Megabloks customer service website. And then on the other side, it is the poster, you can see. So it's the second generation poster, which shows you the real spaceship and not their prototype version. Of course, it's Alliance versus the Predators, and also here where it shows you all the soldiers from the Alliance side and all the dragons from the Predators, from the Predators side. And that's all you need to know. So well, time to move on. You have another paper which is mostly about warning and cautions about the light up effects and how to replace the batteries. And then you have the CD-ROM, which includes an exclusive level to the web flash game, to the web Dragons Universe flash game, in fact, and also some access to the VIP section of the website, which allows you to watch some making of the Dragons Universe ads, and also some concept art, which are pretty interesting for all the Dragons Universe fans. And now it's time to move on to the set itself, so it's going to be quite quick. So the first big part is the body, head and tail, and all these parts in fact are linked together. You can't put the head off or you can't put the tail off. That's explained because well, the tail and the body and the head are linked together by the light up function. So this means that obviously you have to have something to some cable or some little pipes to go through the batteries to the head. So you see, you can't put off the head. And for the tail, well, I don't really know why. Other informations are the color scheme, which will be mostly black and red, as you can see, well, dark red in fact. And as you can see in the dark red, we're going to have some black injected color with some nice effects. And the third and final color is going to be a lime green. It's going to be mostly in a transparent form, apart from the switch, which will be, as you can see, just simple lime green. Lime green, excuse me, guys. And apart from that, well, we have also different points of connection for the rear legs, front legs, tails, and weapons on the neck. And well, you can also mention, of course, all the details on these parts, like this little fins right there. Also here, of course, it's of course an entirely new mod, and also the head, which kind of looks like a Tile Spike's head, so the blue mid-sized dragon of 2010. As you can see with the little fins right there, so it's really looking cool. Nice head, teeth painted in white and tongue painted in lime green, excuse me. And that's all you need to know. The neck also is a transparent lime green. And well, time to move on and to link the other parts. So first, the front leg. So obviously, it's also going to be some new molds, but like the mid-sized dragons, it will just got one point of articulation, which will be here. So apart from, it will just get, excuse me, one point of articulation, which will be here. So nothing more. And apart from that, it's a new mold, like I mentioned earlier. Of course, you're going to find the two colors together. The second front legs is a little more interesting because it features a point of connection to attach to grab some Alliance soldier. Here we go. And oh, excuse me, I just pushed up the light up button. I was not supposed to do that. Then the rear legs, once again new mod, but once again just one point of articulation. And you have to really push them on the inside. And if you want to know, these parts are symmetrical. They are the same as I can. If I'm correct, yes, I think they are symmetrical. Or maybe I'm not really sure for the rear legs, but well, just let's keep on. And then once again, press the light up button, which I'm not supposed to do before the gimmick session of this video. So now another new molds, it's the wings, which are pretty big and also which comes in a transparent red plus some really nice black paint effect inside. Well, here as you can see, it's mostly transparent red, but if you look on this one, as you can see, it will I will have some nice black effect color. Excuse me guys, I just have to touch this thing. Also for those who want to know, you can put the legs and also the wings on mid-sized dragons, but obviously it will not be the same color, neither the same size, so it will kind of look a little ridiculous. Plus you have to know that these wings they work properly on this dragon, but when you put them on a mid-sized dragon, they are just plain loose and they don't really hold that well. But apart from that, it's alright. Then here's the finished dragon without the weapons. So I'm going to do a little turnaround for those who do not like the weapons mounted on these dragons. So if you just want to buy the dragon for the dragon, well, if you just want to buy the dragon, this set is going to be for the dragon itself. Well, here you go. It will look like that. And now the weapons, which are yes, like that, which look like that. So we're going in fact to take this weapon, which is not new, link this weapon on top of it thanks to the pins. As you can see, there is 3 pins parts which are molded into the weapon. So here, and there. And apart from that, we're also going to use this new recolored hose pipe, which before that was a transparent red. Here it's transparent lime green, really cool. The same can be said for this weapon, which was before transparent red, and the missile, which was also transparent red. Here, all these parts are transparent lime green, and of course this weapon still works when you push the button. It will fire the missile, excuse me guys. And that's all you need to know. Now we're going to use this pin right there to link it to the side of the neck. And as you can see, the plastic is molded in a way that it will block the weapon, so it prevents it from moving, and it works quite nice. In fact, the only thing that can move is the weapon, that this little turret that you can move on the side if you want. You can move on the side. Then, second weapon, exactly the same thing, but on the other side. And now, guys, the dragon is complete. It's completed, excuse me, guys. Excuse me. So now we're going to talk about the articulations. So, like I said, front legs are mostly front and rear legs, in fact, it's just one point of rotation, so just like that. Nothing more, nothing less. You can mention that on the left one, you have, like I said, a point of connection, which allows you to, excuse me, I'm going to take a little Alliance soldier, which is not included into the set, by the way. If you buy the set, you will just have this guy. And as you can see, you got the little hole on the back, and you just have to link it this way, and here you go. It works perfectly fine, plus the hole between the soldier and the palm or the claw of the dragon is not that wide in comparison to the one on the mid-sized dragon. So it looks mid-sized dragons, so it looks quite nice. The tail cannot turn anymore, but it's not really that useful. The wings got 2 points of articulation, so like that on the side, if I can say so, and up and down. Also notice that, well, I don't really have the name in English for that, but when you turn these things on the side, you can feel, as you can see, there is what I will call some stop point, as you can see. So you know exactly what angle you turn this part. So it can be quite useful if you want to make a pure symmetrical pose with the wings. Then you have the head, like I mentioned, you can just turn it on the side, in fact, like that. And you can also close or open the jaw. Finally, weapons, you can fire both of them at the same time if you want. Like that. And like I said, you can, of course, turn these things this way. And finally, the last gimmick, and in fact maybe the most important one, it's the light up gimmick. So I'm going to just shut off my artificial light so I can show you exactly what it looks like. So you have to push this button on the back, and there is 5 different type of light up, in fact. So, well, here we go. There is this one, which just flash up like that. Second one, quite the same, but this time the eyes will also light up really quickly, as you can see, kind of like he's got a scissor or something like that. Also notice that there is 3 elements which light up, the core right there, the mouth, and the eyes. Third element is this one, as you can see. No, excuse me guys, it goes back to a square one, so I'm going to just, well, second one. And third one. Now as you can see, the hair really seems to just fade, which is really cool looking. The eyes do the same thing, in fact. Fourth one. This time it's fade, but in a more quick way, as you can see, kind of like an heartbeat. And fifth and final one. Or maybe I just screwed. Yes, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, this one, which is the fifth and last one. And then it goes back to square one with the light up really fast thingy. So 5 type of light up, and they will look cool if you want my opinion. They will look cool, excuse me. Mostly because of the heartbeat thing with the little light which fades quickly and which really lights up, lights down and stuff like that. So it's really good looking. Then if you want to have a little comparison size between the different type of dragon size, so this one by Megabloks is called an Ultimate Dragon because this is the biggest one. Then you have the medium sized one, which I like, which are called officially the Master Dragon. So here is, I don't really have the name for this one, guys. Then you have the small-sized one called the Primal Dragon, right there. And finally, and well, this one is not really from 2010 because the 3 dragons were released in 2010, but the last one is called a Swarm Dragon and was released in the second wave of 2011. But then you have all the 4 scale of dragons, so Swarm, Primal, Master, Ultimate. And as you can see, it looks pretty cool. Now if you want to see also the composition size of Flarestorm with an Alliance soldier, well, here we go. So as you can see, Flarestorm is still quite big, in fact, in comparison to other dragons. And even, in fact, in comparison to Alliance soldiers. That said, time to move on to the sum up, and that will be all for this review, guys. So quickly, first the color scheme. I think the color scheme is quite attractive. Of course, it's not the most original I have ever seen because it's mostly some classic red and black, so nothing really original, but at least it works fine. Plus, I really like the little touches of lime green, transparent or not. I really think that the lime green looks really cool on this dragon. Plus, it's quite original because other dragons mostly got red or blue core, for example, and here it's lime green. So really nice, in my opinion. And the paint job itself is well executed, apart maybe from the teeth, which maybe are not really all white, but apart from that, it's all cool. Also notice that you may not have a pure symmetrical paint effects on the wings, for example. In my case, as you can see, I've got mostly black paint on this wing and not really on this one, so well. But I like this effect, and I think overall the paint job is well executed, and the color scheme looks fine, with some, of course, the dark red and the black injected color and stuff like that. Then you have the part selection. Obviously, most of the parts are new, in fact. All the parts of the dragon himself are new mod. Then for the weapons, there's 3 parts, so the knife sail, this one, and this one are recolor. In fact, the only part which is not new or not recolored is this one. But obviously, you will just be able to use this type of parts for other traditional brick-based mods, because like I said, apart from the fact that you can link these wings or the legs to a mid-sized dragon or master dragon, well, you can't really do anything with this dragon's part, in fact, because they're really they were really designed for Flarestorm, so you can't really make that tons of stuff. So the part selection, of course, is still cool because it's all new, but of course you can't really reuse the parts in many creations. Then you have the construction. It's really straightforward, nothing really to explain. So it's not really a construction. I mean, it's not really worth mentioning, in fact. So just let's move on. Then you have the articulations. Once again, it's really a drawback for me that Megabloks just put 1 point of rotation on each leg. I found it pretty bad for a set which was released in 2010. So, well, in fact, the problem is that this dragon was bigger than the mid-sized dragon, so they could have just done more articulations, but I think they just decided to just, and I have to stop saying just, they decided to make the legs like the mid-sized one. So this means just 1 point of rotation, and well, it's a little problematic. But apart from that, the wings can be turned easily, the works well. Of course, you have also complaint about the lack of ball joint on the head, but like I said, it's because of all the light up features. And the light up features, let's talk about it. I think they're really cool, plus the fact that Megabloks gives you 5 different type of light up function, in fact 5 different ways to light up the dragon, and I think they are really they are nicely done. In fact, it works great and it looks good. So yeah, it's all up to the light up features. Also, one little drawback is that they might have just put some sound effects, some effects sound on this dragon, because well, the Alliance spaceship has got some light and sound, so well, maybe they could have put some dragon sound of hurling and stuff like that, but not. They decided to just keep on the lights. which works quite nice. And finally, the overall design. Well, the only complaint I have with the overall design of this dragon is the front leg. Well, because when you look at him in the front view, they are really thin. In fact, really, too thin for me. In fact, as you can see, because they're really thin and they look quite strange. The same could be said for the rear legs, but it's not as important as the front legs, which really looks thin in comparison to the rest of the body and the head, which looks pretty big. So, well, it's really a little problem for me, but apart from that, it's all great because I like the overall shape of the dragon. I like how the fins are made. The head is really good looking, in my opinion. The wings are also really great, big with the paint effect. Nicely done. I like how they put the weapons on the side of his neck. I think it looks good. It's not bad. It's not ruining all the design. And yeah, so overall, apart from the front legs, the overall design is really good. So this dragon, I will advise people who like dragons to buy it. So if you like dragon, you might like this one because it's quite big and quite well designed apart from the front legs. Of course, those who are fan of the Dragons universe theme and most precisely the Predator's side, well, I think you have to buy this dragon because, well, this is for now the first and also only ultimate dragon, so the only dragon with this type of size, so it's quite unique, but I think Megabloks will release some more in 2012 or at the end of 2011. I don't really know, but I think. But for now, it is the only one, so it's quite rare, quite important. And like I said, the gimmicks work well, the articulations are great. So really a nice action figure, quite big, and I think quite interesting if you are really in the Dragons universe theme because, well, it's the king of the dragon, so he's kind of he's have an important role. He has, an important role in the storyline, and well, I think that's all, guys, for this review. So, not a ton of complaint about this dragon. If you're a fan of the theme, I can only advise you to buy this one, and well, apart from that, that's all. So, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to ask them. I will happily answer them. And that said, that's all, guys. So, hope you enjoyed, and see you later for another video review. Bye bye!